mics here.
I've been serving as the chairman of the board. I have 10 other board members actively involved. We're all volunteers. We are appointed by the mayor, and then
This one dies for some reason.
And there's no need for chairs on stage.
I've been serving as the chairman of the board. I have 10 other board members actively involved. We are volunteers. We are appointed by the mayor and then by the city council. And of course, we are part of the community.
Getting involved with the Southwest Management District right from its inception. I was one of the founding board members.
I currently chair on the landscape and urban design that consists of landscaping, planting, replanting. We're trying to add visuals and add ways to help people come to the area and make it more fun.
Some of the events that we host within the district, one of the things that the Public Safety Committee is in charge with over the last 15 years, we've had
I've been serving as the chairman of the board. I have 10 other board members actively involved. We are volunteers. We are appointed by the mayor and then by the city council. And of course, we are part of the community.
Getting involved with the Southwest Management District right from its inception, I was one of the founding board members.
I currently chair on the landscape and urban design that consists of landscaping, planting, replanting. We're trying to add visuals and add ways to help people come to the area and make it more fun.
Some of the events that we host within the district, one of the things that the Public Safety Committee is in charge with over the last 15 years, we've had what's called the March on Crime event.
I'm especially proud of our law enforcement officers. They are in front of the line, risking their life for us.
It's always, what can you do for others? We've been very blessed since coming here, immigrant myself. So, I think it's always time to give back to the community, and that's what we do. Actually, I'm very involved in the public safety part of it, working very, very closely with the Houston Police Department.
We and some of our neighboring property owners wanted to address public safety issues over in the Richmond Avenue corridor. By annexing last year some of our properties into the district, we were able to increase the cooperation with the Midwest Police Station and also add SEAL security patrols.
We have improved the safety in the area, installed a lot of cameras, somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 license plate reading cameras. This is our latest initiative. It's helped a great deal in abating crime.
It is a very diversified district.
Mayor Turner has said that it's over 150 languages spoken in this district.
It's really one of the most interesting areas of Houston.
We got Chinatown, we got Mahatma Gandhi District. These are a big attraction with their restaurants that they offer.
I'm also very excited, want to invite you to come to visit our district. For the food, we have international food.
You talk about food? Oh gosh, the food in this district, probably best in the whole state of Texas.
It's really a melting pot.
Come on in.
This is your district. Be part of it.
And the most important thing is thousands of business opportunities are waiting for you to come to enjoy. So I sincerely invite you to come to the Southwest Management District.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cambrell Marshall, KPRC 2. I'm a part of this district, right across the street. Makes it a quick trip for me. Glad to be able to be a part of this. Let's give another round of applause to the HPD line dancing team, huh? I got to tell you, I always feel bad for the back part of the dragon for a number of different reasons. But, you see these guys, they're working hard. Man, that is really something else. So glad to see them out here doing what they're doing. Hey, we would like to begin this day like we begin a lot of days. It's like ask all of you to stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. So please, let's do that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Be seated. For a moment anyway. I'd like to ask Police Chaplain Vincent Johnson to join me here to provide the invocation. I see him. He's got to move, jump some hurdles. It's really nice to be able to do this in this facility. Isn't it nice to be back in person again, too? It seems like only yesterday we're all masked up and staying away from each other, and it's nice to be able to come back together, especially for an event like today where we can honor those who are putting their lives on the line for all of us each and every day. Chaplain Johnson.
Let us pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you for this moment to gather together, to recognize and acknowledge officers and community leaders that have gone way beyond expectation, to give and to sacrifice to serve others. We thank you for their efforts. We ask that you continue to bless the Southwest Management District, and we also ask that you continue to bless the Houston Baptist Christian University. We thank you, Master, for all the things that you have done. And when we do partake on the lunch, we ask that you bless the food that we're going to receive and let it be nourishment for our bodies. It is in your precious name we pray and give thanks. Amen.
Get that food blessing out of the way, too. A twofer. So when we get done here, just go right there. Don't have to worry about it. I like the way you think. That's a good thing. Really appreciate it. Hey, I want to, before we go any further, I want to thank the sponsors for this event today, the opportunity for us this March Against Crime today. Thank our sponsors, the Southwest Management District, where you saw the video from, the Houston Police Department, Houston Fire Department, the Houston Apartment Association Rental Credit Reporting Program, Houston Christian University, of course, which provides us with this beautiful place for us to have this event now and also to eat later on. I also like to acknowledge some of the elected officials who are either here now or will be here. And as I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Typically, elected officials don't have a problem doing that, so it's a good thing. And it's a good thing. We like that. We want to be able to see you. Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher is expected to be here. She's not here just yet. I didn't see her. District Attorney Kim Ogg. Houston Fire Chief Sam Pena, I didn't see him just yet, but I know he's planning to be here. Houston Police Executive Chief Matt Slinkard. And also Executive Assistant Chief Larry Satterwhite. Houston Christian University Police Chief John Karshner. He's out patrolling, arresting bad guys on the Houston HCU campus right now, I'm sure. Justice of the Peace, Israel Garcia. Judge Teresa Chang. Representatives from County Commissioner Leslie Briones' office, Victoria Calvillo, and Jesus Zamora. Representing State Rep Jean Wu, Amy Turney. Councilmember Edward Pollard. His Excellency Abrar Hashmi, Consul General of Pakistan. Sung Jo Yoon, representing the Consul General of South Korea. Are we missing anyone who wants to be recognized? If so, please stand and say who you are. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay. All right. Robert Lowe, Director General of Taiwan. Obviously too shy to stand up on your own. That's okay. That's a shyness is a good thing. Congresswoman Fletcher, Lizzie Fletcher. I'm so excited to be here because of this district. I see this, I'm here, I'm driving through it, I'm working here, I've been working in this district for 24 years, and I always love it. And when you hear about what goes on here, you saw the video, 20,000 small businesses here, there's just so much going on here. I don't need to tell this next gentleman anything about that. He is the district chairman. Please welcome Kenneth Lee.
Well, thank you, Mr. Cambrio Marshall. Let's give him an applause. I mean, he's a real legend. Channel 2 is within our district. All the distinguished guests, I just saw Congresswoman Fletcher here, our district attorney, Kim Ogg, is here, and many, many officials, and then honorable guests. On behalf of the Board of Southwest District, it is my honor and a pleasure to welcome all of you to our annual ceremony recognizing the great work done by our first responders. This is the 15th year we're doing that, especially within the boundaries of our diverse district. Last year, I was proud to stand here and report that in our district, crime had fallen sharply in our district compared to the year before. Now, I'm also excited to inform you that the crime is still declining at meaningful rates compared to 2022. These encouraging numbers are no doubt due to the many brave people and the many important factors. But besides giving our heartfelt thanks to the police and the fire departments, the one thing I emphasize today is a crucial partnership between law enforcement and the management district. The chief job of management district is economic development. But here in our district, we take action with the idea that economic development will not continue without the constant improvement in the public safety. And that is why the district is eager and proud to fund extra police patrol, police training, police equipment, police participation in training and conventions, and much more. We even provided funding to our great HPD Lion Dance. Do you see the Lion Dance? This is the first in Texas, the second in the nation. The first one in San Francisco, that 75 years ago. I'm proud the HPD officer using their volunteer time to do this, one of its kind, you know, the HPD Lion Dance team. Thank you for that, yes. And the Southwest District is honored we have the chance to sponsor this event, to make it happen. We also fund SEAL, private patrols, automated license plate reader cameras, mobile and stationary security cameras, trespassing affidavit signing sessions, catalytic converter theft protection, and much more. The list goes on from Sharpstown to the Mahatma Gandhi district to Chinatown to a lot of business here. Let's keep the progress going so that we can all get together here next year and recognize even more, progress. And congratulations to the individual officers and families who will be honored here today. Thank you very much.
I didn't hear anything you said after you called me a legend. You tell my bosses, they need to hear that sort of thing. I'm trying to stretch this career to year 48. I've been 47 years in now. I'm looking for 48, so let's work on that. Hey, this is a great opportunity to hear from our council member who is representing District J. He is no stranger to any of you or no stranger to anyone in this area because of his visibility and what he does to try to make sure that this area gets the kind of attention it needs and the kind of recognition it needs for what gets accomplished. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce for our speaker this afternoon, District J Council Member Edward Pollard.
Good afternoon to everyone. Good to see you all. To all the elected officials, dignitaries, and guests, good afternoon. It is a pleasure to be with you all today as we celebrate our law enforcement officers and first responders. First, I want to thank HCU, which has a name change now, so whoever here from HCU, I need some new gear, because all I have is HBU, but I want to thank you for welcoming us to your campus each year. Just know that everywhere I go, I put out HCU as the home team for District J. Also, a huge shout out goes to the board members and the staff of the Southwest Management District for organizing and coordinating this event. Let's give them a round of applause. As with my office, the Southwest Management District makes public safety their #1 priority. Now, most candidates, when they campaign for public office, they're going to say that public safety is their #1 priority. And yes, I was one of them as well. And there's no doubt that to have a thriving city, we must have a city where people feel safe. So when I was elected, I wanted to be more than words, more than just a catchy phrase and a catchy slogan. I wanted to use my office to provide resources and support to law enforcement, as well as to come up with creative initiatives that I thought would improve community policing and make people in the district feel safer. The first idea I had has become the District J office's most signature initiative, which is the District J Patrol. The District J Patrol is a new modern approach to community policing. It is comprised of HPD DRT officers at the Midwest Station, South Gessner, and the West Side stations who are specifically trained to handle neighborhood-related crimes and violations. We pay these officers overtime to solely focus on low-level quality-of-life crimes and violations. We do this because we understand that HPD is spread very thin. They're going to prioritize high crimes first, the rapes, the assaults, the murders, before they address the junk motor vehicles and parking on the lawn. However, we know that these low-level quality-of-life crimes and violations are very important too, so you want them to still get the proper attention. With the creation of the District J Patrol, residents can go to districtjpatrol.com, and while everyone's in the audience right now, please pick out your phones, take out your phones, and I want you to go to www.districtjpatrol.com. So as I'm speaking about it, you all can reference it. districtjpatrol.com. And so residents can go to districtjpatrol.com and they can submit in real time issues that affect their neighborhoods. It can be a public nuisance, panhandling, a homeless encampment, tall grass, or whatever. They can report that through their website, which is independently maintained by our office, and a huge shout out to Charmaine LeBlanc if she's in the audience. She helped build that website. But the reports can get routed over to HPD, and the cool thing about the website is it has a results tab so that residents can track the progress of their submissions. Not only does my office pay for the overtime, we also purchase 5 Polaris on-road, off-road vehicles for the District J Patrol, so they really have their own fleet now. They can go in and out of apartment complexes, in vacant lots in parks, down bayou trails, or patrol your neighborhood streets. It is open concept to improve community engagement, and it looks really cool as well. We utilize these vehicles at community functions as well as to engage with people, especially the youth. The last component of the District J Patrol is we enlisted volunteers who represent each neighborhood in District J who serve on a task team. This task team meets regularly with the District J Patrol HPD officers to strategize on how to address specific issues in their area. We wanted the District J Patrol to be community-driven, to improve relations between law enforcement and the neighborhoods they serve. Since we debuted the District J Patrol in 2021, we have had well over 1,000 submissions, and we have been receiving positive feedback. This is the first community policing model of its kind. It is only offered in District J, but we believe this is something that can be replicated citywide. But our office cannot address public safety alone. We lean on your ideas and your partnerships with civic organizations and entities like the Southwest Management District to push projects designed to address crime. In my first meeting with Chief Fenner, he said he wanted to utilize technology more in aiding the department. He, as do I, believe incorporating technology can make the department more efficient and provide our officers with more tools to better do their job. As such, I was introduced to technology called Flock Automated License Plate Reader cameras. These cameras can be installed at streets and intersections that take a still photo of every single car that drives by and reads the license plate number. If that license plate has been reported to be allegedly involved in a crime, An alert immediately gets sent to HPD, and they can then begin to investigate. Even if there is a fake plate, it can read it and get the make, model, and identity marks of that car. We've learned that many crimes are committed by individuals in stolen cars and try to hide their identity. So this software gives law enforcement another tool to combat that. We also know that we cannot have an officer on every single corner, but we still need presence to deter crime and help with solving crime. And so my office has partnered with the Southwest Management District and other management districts in District J, and we have installed 100 of these cameras strategically placed to cover the entire district. Please note, these cameras do not live stream, they do not record video, they do not capture your speed. But for any criminal who comes through District J, we want them to know that we will see you, we will find you, and we will catch you. Recently, HPD put out their annual report showing that violent crime is down across the board in Houston from 2021 to 2022. However, one of the nonviolent crimes that is up is theft of a motor vehicle. And this is contributed by criminals who are breaking in cars and they're looking for guns to steal. Again, a way for criminals to commit a crime with a firearm and have it not be traced back to them. There have also been many instances where children are finding guns inside of the home and causing incidents because the guns were not properly stored away. These are both very preventable situations. So in partnership with the Harris County District Attorney's Office, we wanted to promote, educate, and advocate for responsible gun ownership. To do this, my office has purchased 1,000 gun safes. These right here. We've purchased 1,000 gun safes to provide to the public for free, which are available now at the substations in District J. With a plan through the District Attorney's Office and our management districts to give out thousands more in the near future. The Second Amendment makes owning a gun your right, but with rights come responsibilities. And we need every owner to be diligent in protecting their firearms, so that we can keep them out of the hands of criminals and children. These public safety initiatives and many others that my office has spearheaded are to show support to law enforcement and to give the resources they need to keep our communities safe. And although providing resources and dollars from our office aids in supporting law enforcement, sometimes a simple expression of thank you goes a long way in boosting the morale and sending encouragement. Because of that, I decided to serve on the board of the Support the Red and Blue campaign and take a very active role in promoting it. All over the city, you will see billboards that say, "Thank you, Red and Blue." This is a simple but important message that needs to be conveyed to our police officers and to the firefighters to let them know that we appreciate them for their selfless work for our benefit. The founder of the organization may be here, and if he is, I'd like him to stand and be recognized, Mr. Dick Height. Also serving on the board of the Support the Red and Blue campaign is the chair of the Southwest Management District, Mr. Kenneth Lee. And if there are any other board members, if you would stand. If any other board members are here from the Support the Red and Blue, please stand. Okay. Thank you all for your service. Every day, our police and firefighters get up and they leave their houses to save the lives of people that they don't even know. As they go from scene to scene and incident to incident, we want them to be able to look up on the highways and see a sign that simply says, "Thank you." And that is what today is all about, saying thank you. Thank you to our law enforcement personnel. Thank you to our first responders. Thank you to all the organizations that support them. It is because of you that we are able to make our city safer. To find more ways in which you can be involved in the Support the Red and Blue yourself, please visit supportrb.org. Let's all continue to do our part and continue to march on crime. I truly appreciate you all giving me this opportunity to speak, and I will continue to do my part in making the term community policing more than just a catchy phrase and campaign slogan. God bless you all. Now, on behalf of the City of Houston, I would like the Chair of the Southwest Management District to come forward. We have a proclamation to present. This is on behalf of the City of Houston, to the Southwest Management District, to your Board of Directors, and to your staff. Whereas the Southwest Management District, whose members are appointed by the Mayor of Houston with approval of City Council, works under state law to promote economic development in its service area. And whereas the district works closely with the Houston Police Department, other first responders, and private security companies and elected officials to reduce crime in a service area, knowing that creating a safe environment is key to economic development. And whereas the district's public safety work includes direct funding of police training, equipment, seminar attendance, and similar efforts. And whereas the district hosts an annual assembly called the March on Crime, where it honors officers of the year from HPD, commands that fight crime in the district. Whereas the 2023 March on Crime takes place at Houston Christian University on March 15, 2023. The City of Houston commends the Southwest Management District for its tireless work throughout its service area to inform citizens about crime prevention and its efforts to reduce criminal activity. Therefore, I, Councilmember Edward Pollard, on behalf of Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, do hereby proclaim March 15, 2023 as Southwest Management District March on Crime Day in the City of Houston. Well deserved.
And now for one of the high points of this day is the opportunity to meet and see some of the officers who have excelled and are worthy of our recommendations and honoring them today, although all officers, as council member just said, get up every day to go out and protect people they don't even know. We'd like to begin by asking the HPD commanders to come forward, beginning with Commander Zachary Becker from Midwest District.
Thank you so much. First, we'd like to have Sergeant Juan Pham of the Midwest Day Shift. Oh, here he comes. Sure. And while we're at it, why don't we invite all of the board members of the Southwest Management District to join us here on stage for the presentation of these awards. According to the colleagues who nominated him, Sergeant Pham is always taking care of business. He stays around after his shift to inform his evening shift peers of important events that happen throughout the day. He's always on the street checking by with officers, taking calls for service, and always has a positive attitude. Sergeant Pham represents the Houston Police Department very well. Our Officer of the Year from Midwest Evening Shift is Officer Talal Salameh. Officer Salameh's supervisors report that his work ethic is exemplary and he's seen as a leader amongst his peers. He is the leader in felony arrest statistics for the evening shift. He's very level-headed, even under tremendous pressure. and he's one of the greatest assets to the station and has undoubtedly made the Southwest District a safer place to live. Our Rookie of the Year is Officer Abel Rueda Araguin, Midwest Evening Shift. He was sworn in as a police officer on May 4th, 2022, and assigned to the Midwest Division, where he completed his field training. According to his supervisors, Officer Rueda Araguin is very thorough and patient. He thinks outside the box, uses discretion appropriately, and has a very calm demeanor. Notably, on December 15th, 2022, on a call for service involving a psychiatric consumer, Officer Rueda Araguin utilized discretion, brand new innovative tools, and displayed sincere compassion for one of our mental health consumers. And finally, Police Explorer Yuko Cohen is our Explorer of the Year. Explorer Cohen has been with the Midwest Division for approximately 5 years and has shown great leadership ability and a willingness to help others. He consistently participates in all of our community service events, and he is consistently one of the first to be at an event and the last to leave. Let's have another round of applause for these fantastic people.
Take a good picture. Take a good picture. Next to come forward is Commander Reese Hardy from the West Side District. After you guys take a picture. Squeeze in there, squeeze in.
Come on. There we go.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. From the West Side, Commander Reese Hardy.
Good afternoon. My name is Reese Hardy. I'm the commander of the West Side Division, and it's my distinct honor to recognize four amazing individuals today. I've been asked to keep this brief, so please understand that the descriptions of these officers' actions are woefully inadequate to convey the impact they've had on our community, on the West Side Division, and on the Southwest Management District. First up is our Supervisor of the Year, Sergeant Alex Chan from Evening Shift. You may have noticed that Alex is a proud member of our very own HPD Lion Dance team, which began in the fall of 2022. And what an amazing performance today. Let's go ahead and give him another round of applause. So Alex has been doing line dances since he was 8 years old. And he was able to bring his expertise and even some of his equipment to help get us off the ground. If it were not for Sergeant Chan's expertise and leadership, we would not have had a footprint upon which to work. In addition, his collaborative efforts with our officers and our management district really put this team together. Congratulations to Sergeant Chan on being West Side Supervisor of the Year. Next up is our Officer of the Year, Officer Kevin Bowie of Night Shift. On January 6th of 2023, Officer Bowie responded to a shooting in progress where his initiative and quick thinking led to the life-saving measures of one victim and the successful apprehension of an armed suspect. Throughout this scene, Officer Bowie took charge, leading his fellow officers through a chaotic scene while maintaining his composure. Officer Bowie demonstrated poise under pressure and is an amazing asset to the West Side Division. Congratulations to Officer Bowie on being West Side's Officer of the Year. Next up is our Rookie of the Year, Officer Hans Bogart, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, but we're going to accept this award on his behalf. Officer Bogart has demonstrated uncanny aptitude for great police work at such an early stage in his career. He often goes above and beyond the call of duty, gathering detailed information, tracking down suspects, and leaving no stone unturned. Officer Bogart eagerly seeks out new opportunities to learn and never shirks his responsibilities. Congratulations to Officer Bogart on being Westside's Rookie of the Year. And last but not least is our Explorer of the Year, Explorer Commander Denali Randall. As you may be aware, Westside has a robust Police Explorers program made up of many high school-age students interested in pursuing a career in public safety. Denali is an extraordinary and dedicated young man who has been with the Westside Explorers for over 2 years, commuting back and forth to meetings by Metro bus without other means of commute. Denali has participated in numerous community events and will soon be attending the Community Volunteer Fire Department's Fire Academy this summer, and we're all extremely proud of him. Congratulations to Westside's Explorer of the Year, Explorer Commander Denali Randall. Yeah, you going over here?
And certainly last but not least, Commander Adrian Rodriguez from the South Gessner District.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adrian Rodriguez. I am the commander of the South Gessner Division, and I am fighting allergies right now, so bear with me. But I do want to say, because I know I'm not the only one, whenever we were seeing the dragon dancers over there, did anybody else feel like they had a stretch before we saw that show? That was crazy. So thank y'all, the dancers. Big shout out to you guys. Okay, for the South Gessner Division, the Rookie of the Year that I selected is Officer Escobar. Officer Escobar is a United States Marine. He graduated overall out of his cadet class out of the academy, and he was assigned to South Gessner Patrol Division in January of 2022 as his first patrol assignment. Within the past year, Officer Escobar has been the recipient of Officer of the Month award in February, May, and October. Officer Escobar always demonstrates a positive attitude and an excellent work ethic. Officer Escobar is already seen as an example amongst his peers. In his short career with the Houston Police Department, we have seen him volunteer and tackle complex investigations numerous times without any hesitation. So it is my great honor to nominate Officer Escobar for the Rookie of the Year Award for South Gessner. And now, for the Officer of the Year for South Gessner Division, I nominated Officer Ayala. So I know there was specific incidences that previous commanders said for their station, but there is no specific incident for Officer Ayala. This officer works day and night, receives calls, works with the community. She goes above and beyond. I don't ever have to ask anything of her. She's already forward thinking. She runs ideas by me. We brainstorm together, and all these events just magically happen. She definitely is, does all the legwork for these major events that we have. She's a shining light for South Gessner, and I'm glad that she's on my team because she makes me look good. So it's my honor to nominate Officer Ayala for the Officer of the Year for the South Gessner Division. Have you guys just pointing to the right? Pointing to the right. And now I'd like to welcome Sergeant Jose Juarez to the stage, accompanied by Chief Bashir and Chief Bantan. So, I wasn't planning on getting emotional, I'm sorry. Sergeant Jose Juarez is a very special man. Not only is he from this community, and he fights hard for you guys working with HPD, but right now he's fighting a battle with leukemia. But besides that, he would have still got this award because that's how much of a hard charger this man is. And I am so thankful that this man is part of South Gessner Division because you make my life so much easier. And I thank you for your dedication to the community, but I want to tell you in front of everybody here, we all have your back, and we know that you're going through a difficult fight right now. It's my honor to nominate Sergeant Juarez as a Sergeant of the Year, but before y'all applaud, I want to invite Chief Banton and Chief Bashir to say a couple things for him too.
Well, thank you. I have had the opportunity and the honor to serve as a commander with South Gessner, which encompassed the Southwest District. I'm kind of like one of those bad tenants. You keep kicking them out, they keep coming back, right? But that's just the reality. But we are slightly off script today. I know my bosses sit down and might be slightly mad at me because we're holding up lunchtime. But it's a risk I am willing to take. And Mrs. Jessica Juarez, are you in here? Ma'am, the comment I have to make, not just for this audience, is also for you. And I have to let out a little secret. The community where I serve, for at least a year or so, always ask me, Banton, you're such a great commander. You always get things done. How do you do it? Well, I kind of would held the secret, but I'm gonna let it out today. Because guys like Sergeant Juarez, within seconds, I didn't say minutes, but in seconds of notice, I give him all kind of tasks with a team of 6 officers, and he made it happen. He made our community better just because guys like him. His famous word, yes, sir, and yes, sir. Next thing you know, it gets done. Most importantly, I want to say this, as guys like me have had the opportunity, getting recognized by the bosses, to serve in a position of greater responsibility because of all their work. Trust me, I'm not that smart. I'll be honest about that. So Jessica, there are 3 types of people who will always be remembered in this profession. Now I will say this, all the recipients today that received the awards, they're all just as important because we all serve in the most challenging times, not one of the most challenging time in history, at least that I know of, with my quarter of a century in policing. So there are 3 types of folks who will always be remembered. The first, the most important one, the one that gave their life to the city, in defense of the city. So their names will always be memorialized in our state capitol and also our nation's capital. And the second type is those that get the opportunity that serve in the highest position, the chief of police. The picture will hang on the wall in our headquarters for all our past and previous chiefs. And that's the third type. Those that serve the community so honorably, dedicate all their life to the community. I think he probably spent about 18 out of the 24 hours at work most of the time. I think he lived up the uniform. I don't think he owned any clothes too, by the way. But those will always be remembered, not because their names is on the wall or the pictures is on the headquarters, because the community will always appreciate that. And most importantly, Commander, I would say thank you for taking the time out to nominate. That's what true leaders does. And our community, thank you so much for taking the time out to honor one of our most professional and honorable public servant. Sergeant Juarez, the fight and the road is long ahead, buddy, but I will assure you that I'll talk to the guy upstairs, I know a guy, but we'll keep you our prayers. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll keep mine few points to brief as possible, but I want to speak from as an eyewitness to what Juarez has been doing over the years. Actually, 2 decades ago, we were in the same academy class, and we got to see each other grow in careers and family as well. And when we got our first assignment, we both ended up at Fondren. Many of you know that Fondren is a very busy area in southwest part of Houston, and he always stayed there. Many officers, as they develop in their career, they go to different positions, but he always came back. and he never shied away from hard work. And that's a testament to his family, his character. I remember when we used to be rookies, we actually wrote together a couple of times, and I said, I'm not writing with this guy. He would just like always go on the go and wouldn't take a break. When I found out that he was going through some health issues, let me tell you about the community. You guys were the first one calling and saying, what are we gonna do to help his family? And that speaks volume about his character as an officer and also the love the community has for this individual. And that's very unique. You're not gonna find that often when people love a certain officer or have mutual respect. And that's done over the years of hard work, being there for everyone, and at the same time for his family. I remember at different community events, sometimes we have to juggle a lot of different things. And he would bring his kids to the events, because knowing that the time is always a challenge, balancing personal life as well as work. And I also want to thank Commander Rodriguez and his team. They were the first one reaching out to the family. What do we need to get you through this? Do you need somebody to come clean your house, cut the yard? What is you need? You need your oil change? We're going to be there for you to get you this tough time. And I also want to thank Juarez for staying strong. Don't give up, okay? We are here with you. We love you, we support you. We're going to keep you in thoughts and prayers. And I also want to thank the community who never gave up on all of us. So thank you so much for your time.
And one more thing. March 31st at 11 o'clock at the Houston Police Officers Union, we're having a barbecue benefit for him. Please support him and his family. March 31st, 11 a.m. at the HPOU building. And how about we give him a standing ovation, please? Yeah. I'll get up in front of the center.
Thank you all to all the presenters here. Thank you all for your contributions to this great city, which the mayor always says the fourth largest but best city in the United States of America. And this district, this Southwest Management District, is really making up all that it has to offer, the diversity and so forth. As we talked about earlier, these officers get up every day and they go and they fight for and on behalf of people they don't even know to make this city a better place. It's always a dangerous place as well. So sometimes there are officers who lose their lives in the line of duty. And for those, we deeply, deeply honor your sacrifice. We have families here today who are of that fraternity that no family wants to be a part of. But we do want to acknowledge you today, those of you who are here this afternoon who have lost members of this great fraternity in the line of duty. Would you please stand so we can recognize you? All of our thoughts and prayers have been with you throughout and are continuing to be with you as you continue your lives forward representing that fallen officer. Thank you all for coming today. There is more to come as you enjoy your lunch, more announcements to be heard while you enjoy your meal as well. Please get to know each other a little bit better, those of you who don't know each other well, and enjoy your dinner. Be safe as you leave this place today. We look forward to seeing you back here again next year as we honor more of these great men and women of HPD for what they do for this great community of ours. Thank you again, everybody. Enjoy your lunch.
HPD's line dance team consists roughly about 20 of our officers. So we're definitely still trying to have more officers get involved with our community.
HPD actually hosted its National Asian Police Officer Association Conference in Houston in August of 2022. Before the launch of a